My name is Dedria McClure. I would say my job title is a family photographer, not just a photographer. And I want to say maybe since COVID is when I really decided to go professional with it. Honestly, COVID was a great time for me. I am so sorry for everyone else, but yes. I work for myself. I am my own boss and I make my own hours. I tell myself when to stop, when to go, um, when to give clients discounts. It's nice to be my own boss of something. Okay, so I guess the disadvantage is, usually whenever you start your business, you literally basically getting it off the ground. So you spend all of these finances on everything. Like for example, 2021 year along with me still building my business, I spent a good amount of money that if I wasn't the owner, I wouldn't have to worry about. Another thing is that being my own owner, I sometimes don't have the best hours. Like, for example, I work on weekends. Every weekend, I work all through the week. If a client sends me a message at 10 o'clock at night, 9 out of 10, I may answer it. But I would say definitely the advantages is that I can do what I want to do. I don't feel like I have to go to someone and ask them, "Hey, can I do this?" or "Hey, this is a good idea." It's nice to be your own boss of something. It's nice to whatever you're thinking, you can just do it without any advice or any asking permission. So I guess in some people say a photographer is just someone who clicks a button, but I feel like we're so much more than that. Today's photography is so much more than that. We are our own editing team. Like starting from the beginning, I market myself. So I'm definitely on social media marketing myself. And then, for example, I may get a client. I am building a relationship with this client. I'm making this client know if she has any questions or if he have any questions, they can come to me. I definitely give them advice on where to go. That may be to what they're desiring, like a mountain or maybe a parking deck. So that is great. And then after we do a nice fun session, my goal is always to make them feel comfortable. I play music for the kids. I have daddy and mom singing Baby Shark. And then usually after that, I go home and I edit. And editing can be a little tedious at times. But usually it's so much fun because I can't wait to send them previews and then I send them their gallery, and they usually say they are obsessed with them, and they send me a paragraph. So, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And I guess the best feeling of what a photographer do is being able to give clients forever memories. You are so right. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology. So, my psychology side does come in handy a little bit with the marketing, kind of figuring out what people think. So I do use it in a way. But honestly, again, with today's society of photography, most of us are self-learners or we may do mentorships. That is where it can become costly. And that is another thing, for example, photographers who's been in have many years of experience, that's another way they can also make income. So who knows, maybe in 10 years from now I could be a mentor, charging clients a good amount of money. So yes, I have a background history of nothing related to photography, of bachelor's, and then I have mentorship and I am a self-learner, self-taught learner. Yes, most photographers, they capture something that they enjoy capturing. And for me, it was my oldest daughter. I definitely enjoyed taking pictures of her. Um, and then when I start seeing families interact with each other, because usually I try to tell people I like to be a fly on the wall. So like I had them interact with each other. Like I had them to dance, I had them to play. So me seeing my daughter and I'm like, man, these forever moments, they don't last forever. And so I want to be able to give that mom, that dad, those moments with their kids because they know little ones don't stay little forever. I mean, like a baby goes through how many clothes in a year? Like 6 sizes. So I guess my goal is try to capture those moments. Again, most photographers would say is very solitaire, but a lot of bigger photographers or photographers who maybe are too busy or they need a lot of assistance, they outsource. So they don't really have employees like in today's society where you're the boss and you have all these employees and they're all in one building. No, you're outsourced. And sometimes, like for example, I have a virtual assistant who kind of helps me with my social media because I'm so busy maybe editing or trying to build that relationship with my clients that social media is sometimes last thing on my mind. So having this person who all I do is give her what I want her to post and she posts and kind of guides my captions of what I'm maybe wanting of the photo. So that is the best way I can explain it. Okay, if you're saying any jobs, yes, because most jobs I was in was customer service, and with that, as building relationships, making the customer feel like they're important, they're wanted, they're loved. Because working as a cashier at fast food restaurants as teenagers, Kroger or grocery stores, you want to smile, you want to welcome them, you want to ask them how your day is going, just so they can be like, you know what, I prefer going there because they're so nice, because they're so welcoming. It helps me with my photography. It makes me like, for example, I do a consultation call before we have a actual session to build that relationship, to welcome them to my family, my little client family, and to make them want to come back, to make them say, you know what, I choose this photographer because she was so nice, because she was so welcoming, because she wanted to know more about me and not just take pictures. Determination, um, being relentless. Um, I guess I don't know. I feel like determination is really the key. Always being determined to want to learn, always be determined to want to be able to build a relationship with your clients, always be determined to know that sometimes if it doesn't go the way you want it, be determined to keep going. Yeah, I guess I should stay prepared. Like always be prepared. Like when it comes to being a photographer, because you literally have people's photos in your hand on this little small SD card. I have two SD cards in my camera. I have the was it the SDX and then the SD card, and then I put it on my hard drive. Um, so yeah, it's usually like in three places at all times. Just in case of one of them, because I have had a time where my hard drive broke on me and I lost so many photos. Thank goodness I still had all of the SD cards. I mean, I just had to re-edit a few, but I'm completely okay with re-editing them than not having them at all. A crop camera. That's about it, just to get you familiar with it. Because a crop camera is like a smaller version of like a professional full frame camera. Um, the only thing is it may not give you the whole 100% view. I think it gives you like 90% of it. But literally, instead of paying the $2,000 professional camera, you can just spend maybe 500 and try to get familiar with the settings and see, oh, yeah, this is something I want to get into, or you know what, this is good. Just take pictures and post on Instagram. I do local traveling. It's usually very rare that I ever really travel because most family clients of mine usually like someone local because who wants to travel 2 hours with kids in the car? So I'm most of the time within the state. Um, I could say like, oh, it's because I love my family. That's one of them, but it's honestly because so many photographers don't like families. I'm like, how? How can you not like? It's like I just don't have patience for kids. They just don't stay still, and I'm like, that's the thing. Like, you don't tell them to stay still. You have them running around while dad is chasing them. Because when a mom sees that, like, and I have edited a photo and delivered to them, they literally laugh. That's a memory. Like, the whole point of is to capture memories. Like, you don't want the ones of them trying to stay still, looking straight at the camera. Like, no, you want that dancing to Baby Shark. You want I had one of the little kids picking his nose and mom was kissing his forehead, and I sent it to her, and she that's literally what is it called, Facebook cover. That's literally her Facebook cover, and I'm like, I'm excited. I think I did my job. Honestly, it depends on, like, for example, me being a family photographer, I don't think I can be filthy rich, but I think I could own like a decent home, have a decent car. I'm not talking about a car that's like 40 years old, but maybe like a car that's like at least 5 years old. A house, I could probably have a decent house that was just built, really. It just depends on what, like, for me, I feel like what you offer a client is what you can charge a client. Like, if your work is absolutely amazing, like, I will personally pay $600 for a session. But yeah, like, for example, wedding photographers probably get paid a lot more because most weddings they do is starting at least 1,000 a wedding, and most of them book two a week. So, but for me, I guess my prices is between 200 to 300, and I can make a good amount to survive with two kids. I'm gonna tell you, this is a great job for any stay-at-home mom because you all you gotta do is go out, take pictures, maybe about 4 hours. You just drive there for an hour if it's that far, have an hour and a half session, and then come back. And then I mean, because you can take your time throughout the week to edit the photos, because most times the deliver a photo is between 2 weeks. So I feel like any stay-at-home mom job should definitely do it. I guess the first thing people's gonna say is honestly, I even thought this before I really jumped into this. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it would be as simple as just clicking a button, but it's not. It's not. Like, trying to set those setting goals to give you that perfect photo. It's not just your phone that automatically does it for you. No, you have to do it yourself. Um, so anyone thinking that it's just you click a button, the lies, the lies. It's not. I guess just thinking that maybe a photo to edit takes about a minute. It doesn't. Absolutely doesn't. From you, if you're lucky, you might have a preset that you really like. And a preset is basically I want to say I don't want to say a filter because I feel like any photographer think it's like it's an insult, but it's a I guess like a fancier filter that we took the time to make sure it's perfect. Um So if you're lucky, you have that preset that's helping you kind of guide you so you don't have to do as much work. But if you don't, whew, a lot of editing to that one photo. It's the reason why our session takes 2 weeks to be delivered. My favorite thing is that I enjoy what I do. Like, I really enjoy what I do. Um, I enjoy it so much that I do it too much, and so I don't have enough time for myself. That is the con. I'm so busy like editing and so busy doing everything. It's just like I did not know I was gonna literally be doing everything. And so sometimes it can be a little chaotic. I guess that's the best way to say. But again, I love what I do. Like, I love being able to capture those moments. I love that I can pay $300 just for an hour session. I mean, who gets paid $300 an hour? um, I don't love that it's not just a job that I can just go do it for an hour and come back and I'm done. Nope. I get to go home and edit them. But also, I do enjoy editing them. I love to see a before photo and an after photo. So, yeah. Customer service again. I mean, you gotta have good customer service because I like, for example, I have contracts, and it's the reason why I have contracts. If a session is 30 minutes long and you come 30 minutes late, those photos is not going to be as pretty because I tell clients we're taking pictures during sunset. You cannot play about time. So then they're like upset. It's like, oh, it's getting dark quick, or the photos may not have been as bright as they may want them to be. And I'm just like, well, what can I do? You decide to come 30 minutes late because even though I gave you the address 3 weeks ahead of time, which would have gave you a good amount of, oh, how far it is, you decided to Google it when you was leaving. So yeah, clients, you love them. You gotta keep loving them. Sometimes you gotta love them a little too much. Just to, yeah, how hard it is. This is hard. Like, I didn't know I gotta do my own taxes. That is I actually had to I'm trying to do better now because I literally have to do everything myself. Like, I have to do before I had a virtual assistant, I had to literally respond and make posts, and then on top of that it's like, oh my gosh, I need to remember to talk to this client. Oh my gosh, I like it's hard doing everything. Like, it's hard. No, I'm still struggling. I'm still struggling. Like, for example, I get text messages from my clients at 10 o'clock at night, and I'm waking up like, oh my gosh, okay, yeah. I send them a link. Like, I'm working, I should be sleeping. And I'm like, why am I doing this? And I keep telling myself is that I'm going to actually have an 8 to 6 hour, but again, because I have another job, I can't technically do that in a way. So that's why I'm leaning on like, okay, if a client texts me at 9 o'clock, I'm not gonna get upset because my 8 to 5 hour is at my other job. But yeah, okay, how about this for example? I'm sorry. So for me to manage to make sure I still spend time with my family, I take off 3 weekends a month. So maybe like 2 Saturdays and a Sunday for it not to be photographer related at all. Like, this is family time. So that's what is something I'm trying to do this year. And so far, it's been going so far. So far, it's been going so great. Yes. Pick up a camera. Pick up a camera and start taking pictures. It's not about, oh my gosh, this picture is good or not. It's how did you feel behind it? Because if you say, oh, my photo is bad, you can easily learn how to make a better photo. It's that feeling of, wow, I did that. It's the, oh wow, that was fun to do, or oh wow, like capturing this is, you have to pick up the camera. You have to see how you feel after you take that photo. You can do. Yeah, go out and take pictures and learn. That is the best way you are going to get better. Like, go take pictures of family, go take pictures of friends, get better at it because how can you get better without doing it? So just go take pictures of everything. I could say try it off. I mean, or know what you like. Like, I know I like working with people. Like, both of my jobs involve me working with people. Photography, I get to actually build a really strong relationship with people. So know what you like and kind of figure out what you like around doing that. Like, if my main thing is liking people, okay, well, what else do I like to do? Well, I always like taking pictures. So me liking people and taking pictures should be great.